We're in Matthew 10, verse 24 through 42 is what we're going to read today, and we're reading from the NET Bible. And this is, remember, Jesus has called his disciples and sent them out, and this is him continuing some of that teaching. A disciple is not greater than his teacher, nor a slave greater than his master. It is enough for the disciple to become like his teacher, and the slave like his master. If they are called the head of the house, if they call the head of the house Beelzebub, how much more will they defame the members of his household? Do not be afraid of them, for nothing is hidden that will not be revealed, and nothing is secret that will not be made known. What I say to you in the dark, tell in the light, and what is whispered in your ear, proclaim from the housetops. Do not be afraid of those who kill the body but cannot kill the soul. Instead, fear the one who is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Are 2 sparrows sold for a penny? Yet not one of them falls to the ground apart from your Father's will. Even all the hairs on your head are numbered. So do not be afraid. If you are more valuable than sparrows. Whoever then acknowledges me before people, I will acknowledge before my Father in heaven. But whoever denies me before people, I will deny also before my Father in heaven. Do not think that I have come to bring peace on the earth. I have not come to bring peace, but a sword. For I have come to set a man against his father, a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's enemies will be the members of his household. Whoever loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And whoever loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And whoever does not take up his cross and follow me is not worthy of me. Whoever finds his life will lose it. Whoever loses his life because of me will find it. Whoever receives you receives me. And whoever receives me receives the one who sent me. Whoever receives a prophet in the name of the prophet will receive a prophet's reward. Whoever receives a righteous person in the name of a righteous person will receive a righteous person's reward. And whoever gives only a cup of cold water to one of these little ones in the name of the disciples, I tell you the truth, he will never lose his reward. A lot of stuff here. One of the things I think is we need to talk about, especially as we, have talked about being a people of peace. What does it mean when Jesus says, I have not come to bring peace to the earth? Well, I think part of it is he realizes, and this is talking about his earthly ministry, I believe, that he realizes his ministry is going to cause conflict. And he's not calling for violence. He's saying, in this instance, the idea of peace here is, well, it's the status quo. And when you threaten the status quo, when you threaten what's going on already, what people are used to, what people even want, people get upset. And so that's what he's talking about, that essentially by following Jesus, we are going to be upsetting the status quo. By doing what we are called to do, doing the right thing, it's not going to make everyone happy. And so that's what Jesus is talking about there. But one of the things that really gives me a lot of hope, and it is this idea that even the hair on our heads, not the heads on our hair, that would be backwards, but even the hairs on our head are numbered. That, I don't know about you guys, but I have never spent time and really even thought up a way to count the hairs on my head. But God knows them. God is so intimately acquainted with us that he knows how many hairs are on our head. And he cares about us. And we are of great value to him. That's an important thing to know. Our value is based on what God sees as our value. And he looks at us and he says, we are valuable. Jesus talks about sparrows, and even the sparrows God keeps track of, and he knows when they fall. And he's like, aren't you more valuable than many sparrows? And if God knows what's going on with them, how much more is he concerned about what's happening in our lives? I think that's, for me, a big deal. And it gives me hope that even when I'm going through a hard time, I know I am not alone and that God knows what's going on. God sees what's going on in my life because he is intimately acquainted with me. And we are valuable. Each and every one of us are valuable in his sight. And that's a beautiful thing. May we be a people who understand the value that God sees in us and sees in every other human being. And may we be a people who live out that value of ourselves and others in our life every day. May we view each person that we come into contact with as dearly beloved by God and therefore should be dearly beloved by us. Hope you guys are doing well. Have a good day.